Michalis Notaras, welcome to Conversations.
Thank you.
And, it's really exciting, some exciting news that you have an official launch to your debut album on January 4th, which is This Little Apple.
That's right.
But I want you to tell us, how did you get to this point, this musical journey of yours? How did it reach this point for a debut album?
So basically when I started school and graduated in 2006 from a Catholic school, we had a lot of creative arts opportunities to showcase our talent as dancers, performers, singers, songwriters, etc., etc. So I entered this competition for Shakespeare actually and wrote some songs for that. And I wrote a ballad or a love song for this occasion and it turned out quite well and people really liked it. So I guess the passion for music ignited since then. It started then and it kind of flourished and developed and excelled thereafter. So
after school,
yeah.
so it excelled.
So maybe after school, I became better at songwriting and singing as you do. As you get older, you choose to pursue something, and this is what I chose to pursue. And I definitely got better at it, I believe.
Now, you've said something really important here about choosing a career to pursue. Now, at what point do you make that decision to pursue a career in music?
This is the thing. I don't think I did choose to do this. I did choose to make an album. I did choose to sing. I did choose to songwrite. But it also chose me, I believe. In some ways, it has come and knocked on my door and said, hey, I think you're good at this. You should do it. And so that could be my conscious or my inner voice saying, yes, this is right for you, because it feels right. And every time I do it, I just feel alive and happy. So it's it chose me, I chose it. It worked both ways. The plunge into the deep end, I'm still swimming, metaphorically. I'm still trying to figure it all out, but I do love doing it, and that's my drive, is the happiness factor.
Okay, so we had this debut album called This Little Apple. Mm-hmm. Now, all these music lovers or people that are going to purchase this, what can they expect from this debut album?
They can expect a lot of things. They can expect to feel fulfilled and happy by listening to the songs. But taking a deeper dive into the songs, you realize they're also about some hope aspects, some love, obviously, and then it's also about failure and tiredness and being worn out. But it's also done in an artistic way, how I've written the songs is there's negative elements. Those negative elements are reflected in there in some ways, but it's made into art. So it's made into something beautiful and tangible and accessible and relatable. So
that's a wide range of themes there.
Yeah, there's a wide range.
And emotions. Yeah. So can I ask you, where do you draw inspiration for these songs?
So I like to think of it as 50% or 60% something like this physical. So my physical environment could be my friends or my family, and encounters and experiences I have with various people, acquaintances, partners, etc. And then the 40-30% could be my imagination. So it's my creative mind. So it's not actually something that I've actually maybe experienced per se. It could be something that I'm imagining and inspiring to do in the future. So it's also, just creative, imaginary thinking and writing.
Can I ask you, Michalis, if you had to choose one song on the album, can you tell us the story behind that one song?
Sure. I'll choose the first single to talk about because we've just released the film clip, which is also available on my website to see. It's called It's Time. The website is michalinnotaras.com for those that are interested. So It's Time was written on the back end of a toxic relationship that I had with someone. But it's also a very beautiful, artistic, inviting, melodic song. So it doesn't really talk about all the negative aspects of that relationship, but it was inspired from a negative time in my life. It was inspired out of a dark time of my life where I was sort of hit rock bottom, didn't know what to do, didn't know where to go, and wasn't sure what was happening in my life. I was very, depressed in some ways. Yeah, so it's the themes of that song are definitely about love. Letting go is a big one. It's also about letting go of your fears and your anxiety and all that stuff, and just hoping for a better future. It's Time was a song
It's time to let go. It's time to move
let go.
on.
Yeah, that's exactly
It's
the lyric
time
as well. Have you heard the song?
No.
No. The lyric is, it's time to let go. I see through your show. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it's about letting go fundamentally.
Which is fantastic. Like, you have to let go to move
It's a
on.
reminder to let go, to move on to for bigger and better things to come.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you got an album launch, an official album launch
Yeah.
on January the 4th, which is, again, very, very exciting.
That is so good.
Where is that happening?
Marrickville at Lazy Bones Lounge in Marrickville. Yeah.
Okay, and tell us what's next after that. I mean, that's
next?
your launch.
Oh.
Okay, everyone will be there.
Yeah, a lot of people will be there.
and all that. But what's next for Michalis Lataras?
What's next? I definitely want to do more live performances. Live performance and gigging and singing live to an audience is like the icing on the cake, the cherry on top. It's the most extraordinary part of the process. Like the creation and recording in the studio has been so much fun. I actually went to Indonesia to do that with my producer and a team of very talented musicians, which was also fun. But it's like that's the base of the cake, and the icing on top is sharing these songs with people and seeing how they interact and how they engage with the music, and yeah, all that stuff is fascinating for me. So that's what's next, and potentially a manager to help me along the way, and point me in the right direction. That would be fantastic. Yeah.
Michalis Lataras, thank you very much for this conversation.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the very best. You've got a launch coming up and everything that comes afterwards.
Fantastic.
Thank
Thanks so much. Thank you.